Hi everyone, I am Sean Lee, the CEO of the Alderman Foundation. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you at the Wanxiang Global Blockchain Summit. I'm really sorry I can't be at the conference today due to COVID travel restrictions, but I look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully in the near future. The topic I want to share with you today are use cases that we're seeing within the broader Alderman ecosystem around blockchain-based innovative business model, especially in the new finance space. As many of you already know, Alderman is a next-generation pure proof-of-stake public blockchain with many advanced capabilities that make it truly differentiating in the marketplace. You can see many of the features here. I'll draw your attention to our scalability, where we can support billions of users to meet the demand of real-world use cases at enterprise level. And when we talk about enterprise speed, at this moment, we can already scale to more than 1,000 transactions per second, with finality in under 5 seconds. Now, by the end of this year, you're going to see a 10 times increase in throughput, so watch out for that announcement. There's also a very differentiating factor as well, which is in regard to our transaction cost. At 0.001 algo per transaction, this makes transacting on Alderman at very low cost compared to some other blockchain on the market today. Our founder, Silvio Micali, is an MIT professor, co-inventor of probabilistic encryption, zero-knowledge proof, as well as many other innovations that forms the foundation of modern cryptography today. He's also an Alan Turing Award winner. Now, within the Alderman projects, there are 2 organizations that are working together to advance the capabilities as well as the ecosystem. On the left is the Alderman Inc., where they predominantly focused around protocol development and continuing to advance various different research areas. One of their advisors, Paul Milgram, has just been awarded the 2020 Nobel Prize for Economics last week. On the right is the Alderman Foundation, where I am, and we focused around token economics, ecosystem development, and broader community engagement. The Alderman project was started in the beginning of 2018, with the mainnet launch in June of 2019. Since then, we've had a number of significant and major upgrades, including atomic transfer, stateful and stateless smart contracts, and a rapidly growing number of ecosystem partners building on top of the blockchain. Some of those I will share with you today. We're also advancing different areas of research and innovation, like the rights to be forgotten, which is very important in today's world in regard to compliance and promoting privacy in a truly decentralized, permissionless blockchain, especially applicable for GDPR. We're also doing a lot of work in the area of interoperability. For example, the co-chain, which is a private permission chain that can interoperate with the public chain while enjoys the same performance and functionalities in Alderman's Layer 1 protocol. This is particularly applicable for larger private institutions, and you'll hear from Silvio later on more details around the co-chain. We're also working with the community to build token bridges, as well as a joint collaboration with Blockstack to collectively build a new smart contract language called Clarity that is purpose-built for the needs of high-stake transactions. The Alderman ecosystem has been growing very rapidly over the past year, and we have accumulated many valuable partnerships that spread across technical partners who have built tools that will benefit the broader community of developers, and financial infrastructure partners that include leading exchanges, market makers, wallet, and stablecoin providers. We also work closely with our university partners to nurture the blockchain developers of tomorrow from the student community, and a very diverse application portfolio that's spread across asset tokenization, central bank digital currency, environmental and social good projects. By the end of 2020, we anticipate over 10 million users on-chain generating 1 million transactions per day. We are extremely excited about this momentum, and we invite you to join into our Alderman ecosystem. Now let me share with you some of our recent partnerships with extremely innovative business models that are building on Alderman. First, we have Republic. Republic is an equity cloud funding platform with over 700,000 members who have funded projects in early stage startups as well as established brands. In July of this year, they released a very innovative profit-sharing token called the Republic Note that pays holders when startup in private equities that are funded through certain Republic investment platforms are acquired or go public. Payments are made in the form of a stablecoin and is proportional to the amount that are being held by the investor. This is a first-of-its-kind innovation in the private equity space. In the middle, we have the World Chess Organization. Chess is certainly one of the oldest games that are still being played today. With over 600 million players around the world, the organization is over 100 years old, and they are now planning to do a hybrid IPO to be listed both on the London Stock Exchange as well as on the Alderman blockchain. This is a perfect example of raising capital from both the traditional equities world, but also from the crypto space as well. On the right, we have Props, a project intending to bring communities together that are built by independent developers where they can all share the same Props token, thereby benefiting from the underlying decentralized network effect. Props has over 5 million users that are in the process of migrating over onto Alderman because of the scalability that our platform offers. In fact, if you go to Algo Explorer, you'll see many of the transactions on-chain today that are driven by Props payments. All three of these projects are truly innovative and extremely exciting to see. Next, I'd like to talk about the stablecoins, both in terms of USDC and USDT. Alderman is one of 2 public chains that support both. And over the last few months, we have been working very closely with Tether in supporting both the supply and demand side of USDT. In terms of USDC, you might have seen a recent announcement from Circle that announces the Center Consortium has officially recognized Alderman as the first public chain to support USDC, and this is going on mainnet as we speak. This will enable many of the regulated transactions that are especially applicable for institutional use cases. Next, we'll talk about central bank digital currencies. Back in March of this year, the Republic of Marshall Islands selected Alderman as the technology partner for its national digital currency, which is called the SOV, and it's one of the first of its kind in the world. Over the past few months, we have been working very closely with the government in regards to the design and implementation of SOV, which we believe some aspect of this particular design will serve as a blueprint for other CBDC projects that are going on around the world today. The last case I want to share with you is our official integration with China's Blockchain Services Network, BSN. We are honored to be selected for both BSN's public chain for international deployment and also the mainland China BSN public permissioned blockchain initiative. This will enable for more innovative projects being built on Alderman inside and outside of China, further accelerating the rapid adoption of blockchain-based business models. Before I pass over to Silvio to talk about CodeChain, I want to quickly cover 2 programs the Alderman Foundation is actively expanding around the world. First is our ambassador program, where we now have 400 plus ambassadors from over 66 countries. They are invaluable members within the ecosystem, where they serve not only as key opinion leaders, but more importantly, they give us feedback from the developer and crypto communities. If any of you are interested in joining our program, please go to the link below and we will welcome you with both arms. The other program is our Alderman Foundation $250 million algo grant program. We announced this back in April of this year, funding projects across application development, tools and infrastructure, research and education. You can see some of the award recipients here, and we encourage anyone who has an innovative idea to come apply for a grant and build on our grant. With that, I'd like to thank you all for coming to our session, and also a big thank you to the Wanxiang Global Blockchain Summit for giving us this opportunity to share with you the latest update on our grant. I'll now pass the next few minutes to our founder, Silvio Micali, to talk about our upcoming major release, CoChain.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to discuss Alderman's approach to CoChain. Let me tell you, Alderman, we worked very hard as a team for many years, and we are very proud of our technology. And frankly, it's the best blockchain money can buy. But that said, very often a permissionless blockchain is not the only thing that is needed. For regulatory problems or for other good and valuable consideration, you may want to have a private blockchain permission. So no matter who the permissionless Alderman protocol may be, you may not use it for regulatory reasons. But we believe that there is always a space for Alderman, whether you are in the permissionless space or in the permissionless space. But what is more, we want to allow the seamless transition between permission and permissionless blockchain. We don't want to let somehow some regulatory problems stand on the way to let you have the best blockchain you are entitled to them. So the subject of today's 10 minutes remaining is CoChains action. Okay. So what is a CoChain? By the way, it's a chain. It's an independent chain. It's private, so it's opaque to the outside, and it runs as a chain must run a consensus protocol. Which consensus protocol does it run? Algorand, of course. Well, why Algorand? Well, for three very valuable reasons. Reason number one, scalability, security, and true distribution. You may say, well, gee, I'm a permission chain. How much scalability do I need? Maybe 10 verifiers will do. But don't you agree that in this day and age of attacks, cyber attacks, 100 verifiers are better, and in fact, 1,000 better than 100? As long as you can be efficient, as you have a single centralized system, you should be able to welcome the ability to distribute your security over multiple servers. And that's how Alderman lets you do. Reason layer 1 smart contracts. Let me remind you of what these layer 1 smart contracts are. In Alderman, there are smart contracts that are executed with the same security and speed of ordinary payments. So you go million, and in a few seconds, you can do things that are actually very slow, very expensive, and sometimes very shaky to do as a layer 2 smart contract. One example of this is atomic swaps. You have an asset that I like, I have an asset that you like. Well, in a few seconds and a million later, we swap our assets. Bingo, done. Another application, you are a builder, you proudly build an office building. Now you want to tokenize it and then sell it at auction to really realize the value of what you've done. Is this complicated enough? No, it's a layer 1 smart contract. That means in a million, in a few seconds, you have tokenized an entire day. And by the way, it's this. The extends auctions to other allies loans, or post and sale, all kinds of good stuff that you do. And finally, the third reason is interoperability. You want to be an outdoor co-chain to interoperate. With whom? First of all, you want to be interoperating with the main permissions chain. Really? Give me a reason why I should do so. Hey, here is a reason. Options. Assume you have an asset here, A, that you want to sell at an auction. You know, what is good about auction is that the more participants, the more bidders, the highest the price. So, aren't you better off going to the main chain where everybody can participate and therefore sell their auction and then repatriate the money, whether it be in stable US dollars, algos, or stable euros, or whatever. Of course. So, interoperability with the co-chain to the main chain is guaranteed by super speed highways. All these are 4 lanes, 8 lanes highway. You parachute your assets and you repatriate super fast any money you make. Where else do you want to interoperate? Well, other co-chain. Why? Because your co-chain, no matter how rich in assets it may be, it does not have all the assets in the world. Here, a blue chain has an asset A, and another red chain has an asset B. And they want to exchange it. How does this work? Well, you take the superhighway, you parachute your assets to the main chain. Once the assets are on the main chain, you swap them in a few seconds, about 1 million by virtue of our legendary atomic swaps. And then after you swap them, you repatriate the assets where they wanted to be. Done. In other words, my point that I want to make is that the hub is only as good as the support it can offer. And let me tell you, Alderman offers the best tech and is the best hub because of all the layer 1 tools and all the things that you find inside. You'll find a way to treat your assets as they deserve to be treated. So in closing, I think you are absolutely perfect. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. This is interoperability. You should demand and should demand no less than Alderman. Thanks a lot.